Hi guys, welcome back.
Hi.
Hi. You guys have the book. So today we are going to be talking about Passion on Park Avenue by Layne. We'll wait a couple minutes in case anyone is running a little bit late. I'm sure the comments will kind of stream in too. They're usually a little bit delayed. And then once we have a couple comments, we'll talk about our guest host.
So I'm yawning. It's pretty late here, so
that's okay. Not everyone can be lucky like me with the nice sunny 5 o'clock weather.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
It was freezing here today, and windy. It was horrible. You had to walk. It's a 20-minute walk to my class from my apartment, so I'm having the wind. Oh, today was horrible with the wind. I needed my chapstick bad.
You should get a bicycle.
I'm not that coordinated. I have a bicycle at home. I haven't ridden it since I was maybe 14. And I'm 21, so like 7 years since I've ridden a bike.
My campus was like the number one like bike campus in the country. And so we had like more bikes than people. And I don't know how that's a thing, but we had more bikes than people. And I had a bike my whole first freshman year. But then I got in a pretty bad bike accident because someone hit me. It wasn't even my fault. And I stopped riding at that point. From my sophomore year on, I stopped riding the bike. And my bike is still locked up in Davis. I never got it. I was over it. So it's probably been forcibly removed by now. Maybe donated. But yeah, I don't blame you. I wasn't huge on bike riding. Oh, hey, we have a couple people. Beth, Nicole, and
Chloe.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Did everyone read the book? Hopefully, because we're going to spoil it.
Is y'all's videos? So I haven't watched previous ones because I've been super, super busy. I've been watching any booktube for like the past month, which is really sad. But do y'all do spoilers throughout the whole thing?
We kind of just talk about like
for a little bit.
Kind of, like, yeah.
Spoiler free for a little bit, and then we go into spoilers.
Gotcha. That's how my book club is too. So
okay.
Yeah, we kind of maybe save the ending for like more towards the end of our discussion, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. Looks like Beth didn't read it, but she said we can spoil it anyway.
Okay.
Well, thanks for the support, Beth. What we all rated it, and I'm curious what everyone rated it. So, Kendra, what did you rate it?
I rated it 4 stars.
I rated it 3.5.
I rated it 3. And before we forget, if any of you don't know, this is Avery. Maybe just introduce yourself a little for anyone who watches like after it's posted.
My name's Avery. I'm from Avery Loves Books. I am mostly a romance channel. I do read YA though. My favorite genres would have to be like fantasy or sci-fi romance. I love contemporary romance too, and new adult. I just love romance.
Love all romance.
Yes. I am a 21-year-old college student, so I'm been really busy recently, and I mostly listen as audio. I mostly listen to audiobooks, so that's how I listen to Bread. This book is through audiobooks, so yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're happy to have you here. We thought the perfect time to have you would be February because we know you love romance, and we wanted to read definitely a romance in February because duh. So okay, well, looks like a lot of other people gave it kind of mixed reviews too. I see that Chloe gave 3.5 and Nicole gave it 4.5, which I think that's what we said earlier. We thought that's what they gave them. So that's interesting. We all like have different ratings except you, Avery, and Chloe are the same with the 3.5. I feel like that's kind of middle of the road. Like you like it, but don't dislike it.
Yeah.
But not like love it.
Yeah. I just, it wasn't my favorite, and I don't remember if I finish a book and I cannot remember a lot from it, like that's got to be less than a 4-star for me.
Like not a memorable read.
Yes, exactly. It wasn't that memorable to me. Yeah.
So maybe we should start with maybe what we liked about it. Kendra, what was like your favorite things about it?
I just liked how it was just a light romance. I mean, I guess we were talking earlier. It's not really, I wouldn't classify it as a romance, probably more like a women's fiction. But I just liked how it was light and an easy read, but it also had a tough subject in there because of Oliver's father had Alzheimer's. So I liked that in there as well. So it wasn't just a relationship and that was it. So I had more depth to it. I don't know.
What about you, Avery?
Oh, go ahead.
No, what I liked about it. Okay. I did like the kind of like, wasn't like second chance romance, but kind of like her childhood enemy became her like lover or something like that. But part of what I didn't like is that we didn't even get his perspective. So like we didn't see what he thought as a child of her. You know what I mean? That kind of bugged me. But I really liked their banter and their relationship, and I did like how she changed her opinion on his father towards the end, or like throughout the book. You could see her changing her opinion of him. So
I liked the friendship between the girls. It reminded me, I was telling Kendra this the other day, it reminded me a lot of that movie, The Other Woman, with Cameron Diaz and that model. Do you guys know that movie, The Other Woman?
Oh, no, yeah, I think I know.
It's about this woman who discovers her husband's cheating on her, and she discovers he has 2 mistresses.
Yeah.
And so one is like the older mistress and one is like the really young supermodel. So there's this like hierarchy of like the wife and the 2 mistresses. And it kind of reminded me of that like a lot.
I love their friendship too. Yeah. That was a really good part that I loved too. Yeah. I told them, but like I actually listened to all 3 of them in a row. So I kind of know what already happens. So I'm trying to, hopefully I won't spoil the rest of the books, but
I'm guessing each girl from the friendship gets their own book.
Yes.
That's cute. I love like companion series like that.
I do too.
Yeah. Where each like sibling or each friend or whatever gets their own.
Yeah. But I did like how they became friends. I thought that was an interesting touch.
They all dipped out on the funeral.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, if you were in their shoes, do you think you would be friends with your dead husband's
well, but she
mistresses?
also didn't seem to be that emotionally invested in her husband. They sounded like they weren't the best match, and she was not feeling that sad about his death. So I think maybe, and she'd already discovered the affairs before. I don't know. Like, I don't think so. It has to be a very particular situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a cool touch, but there's no way I would be friends with.
I liked how they made it into a positive situation though out of all of this.
Yeah.
I was like really crappy about all this, but they found each other as friends throughout it. So I really liked that. So
yeah, definitely. I did like that too. Yeah.
Oh, Chloe asked me which book I liked best. I liked the last book the best because that's Audrey's book, and Audrey, and I think you meet him in the first book. Her like best friend, Clark.
Is it Clark?
Clark, yes.
It's her. Yeah, I do remember that.
And
because they're like, we're just friends.
Yeah, I like their friends to lovers thing. I think I gave the book 4 stars if I'm not mistaken. And also you see all of the couples come together, like Claire and her significant other from the second book. So I liked that one the most out of all of them. And I think I don't know. This one and the second book are kind of tied for me. I don't know which one I liked more or less.
Mm-hmm.
So
are you going to continue with the series, Kendra?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't decided yet.
Yeah. Especially with the 2 other friends. I'll definitely probably, because I'm curious, especially with Audrey and Clark.
Yeah.
I'm most interested in that.
They were my favorite couple.
Yeah.
I do like how by book 3, you see the couples interact more with each other. Because I do feel like in all of them, when they finally get together, it's a little bit rushed.
Yeah.
So you get to kind of see them progress more throughout the books. So
Yeah.
Looks like Chloe is debating if she wants to continue. Nicole definitely wants to continue, and Faith says she could not be friends with her ex-husband's mistresses.
No.
I don't know. I'm probably with you on that one, Faith. I don't know if I could either.
No
Probably
way.
a no for me, dog. Well, and then we saw some like things we enjoyed. Like, was there anything about it, Kendra, that you didn't like? Because you gave it 4, so it's like you really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think I guess I just wanted more of their relationship. Like we got tons of like, you know, about Oliver's dad and them becoming friends and Oliver and her becoming friends, but I felt like their relationship was a little rushed.
mm-hmm.
It was like towards the end when they finally got together. I mean, like, I don't know. Yeah, it was definitely rushed. And then well, I don't even want to say at the very end because we're not spoiling yet, right?
I think it's been 11 minutes. If people didn't want it to be spoiled,
when
leave
they
now.
moved in, I don't know.
Yeah, it's the same kind of a little bit out of nowhere from breaking up to like moving in.
Yeah. It was cute though when they got back together, like how he was at the nursing home and like washing her food and Agree gave it to him. I thought that was cute.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
What about you, Avery? Like, were there some things you didn't enjoy? I mean, I'm assuming so if you gave it 3.5.
Yeah, I didn't really enjoy how we didn't get Oliver's perspective at all in this book, right? I don't think so.
We did, but it wasn't the past perspective. It was like third person.
Yeah, it was like
I forgot about that. I didn't like that.
Okay. I don't know. I guess the guys' voices in the later books are more prevalent. There's more guy parts in the later books, so I guess I kind of wanted more about his perspective and what he thought about certain things. And I don't know. I just didn't. I hate lying. Lying is my biggest pet peeve ever. So her like not telling him about who she is, like after so long, like really kind of irked me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did. I did want to maybe get a little bit more into her mom and his dad's whole thing, and I kind of wanted to maybe hear his perspective on everything and how he thought of her as a kid. I just wanted more from it, a little bit more. So
yeah, I think I agree with you on that.
Yeah, and I agree with Nicole. If it was 50 more pages, we could definitely be more fleshed out with the characters.
100%. I was just going to say that too. I agree with that.
Yeah. And
Chloe said that she has a hard time believing that he had no idea who she was. Like, does she really look that different? Like, how many maids kids lived with him when he was younger?
Naomi. Like, how many people are named Naomi?
And like, looks just like how she did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a little odd. My biggest issue was probably, so they were kids and he lied to because I think he was scared of the wrath of his father.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he lied. I mean, they were kids and she was blaming him for the reason they got kicked on the street. But the real reason was that her mom was an equal participant in an affair with her employer and risking the livelihood of her and her daughter. But Naomi, when she recounts it, she doesn't place any blame on her mom. She doesn't say that it's her fault for also being an equal participant in an affair. And if the wife finds out, no matter what, she's going to kick them out. Mm-hmm. So whether Oliver said, yes, I saw that too, they were going to be kicked out. If the wife thinks that someone's having an affair with their husband, like, bye. Like, that's just how it is. Like, so Oliver being truthful or not would not have saved their livelihood. The mom jeopardizing it and the husband being a scumbag, that really was the issue. And like, she never recognized that, Naomi never recognized that her mom was just as bad.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have been sleeping with her employer, with her daughter down the hall.
Yeah, that's true, but I feel like they also didn't really have a backstory of her mom because, like, she died,
Yeah.
but we didn't really, and they didn't really get along per se either. So maybe she did have some beef with her mom. Who
And she
knows?
had such a big beef with Oliver.
Yeah.
Like I think he was scared of his dad. Like his dad was very powerful. His dad
Yeah,
was
I agree with that.
his dad was scummy. So that's probably why Oliver lied. And I think Naomi should have realized that he was a kid and probably scared of his dad. And that's why he lied. And if she's older, like she's, I think, at least 30.
You think he would have gotten over it by now?
Yes. Or she would be mature enough to be able to know that that's
Yeah.
why he was a kid.
Yeah, to understand like where he was coming from.
And like I don't get the whole thing as to why she agreed to live there. It's kind of like her mom applied for her to live there because she wanted them to know that they're successful now, or she is at least.
Face it, yeah.
I kind of find hard to. I don't know. I find it really hard to find realistic, and just her reasoning for like taking up the apartment just like irked me. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that too. Yeah.
And I don't think that like apartment finding people, I worked in property management. It's nothing like how they look for people. So it's nothing like that. That was weird. And no one does paper applications anymore. It's all online. So I thought that was like kind of funny.
Well,
like we have to have these interviews.
What was written in?
Nicole thinks she would be annoyed if her mom was meddling into where she wanted to live.
Oh yeah, same.
Also, I think Avery did she freeze really quick?
Might have.
I was gonna say I also thought it was weird that Naomi had this job the whole time. She was some really successful bougie businesswoman, and she never worked in the book like at all.
I mean, she did.
Sort of break.
But they were like,
businessy things,
and they're like working from home.
Yeah.
You would think that, yeah, you have a high profiting business that you would automatically have a, oh no, we lost Avery.
She'll have to just probably click the link again.
What was I saying?
She was working.
Yeah, you would think that she knew that her lease was up, that she would automatically get another lease for a new office. Like,
right.
Why would you wait
like
till the last minute?
And she wanted to move apartments and move office buildings the same week.
That's
like
smart.
I think that people with really successful businesses, it would not go like that. They would have more insight.
Sorry.
We were like, she froze.
I have really crappy Wi-Fi.
That's okay.
I went and plugged in my Ethernet cable.
We were just talking about how Naomi was a businesswoman and she had like her own huge business.
Oh, I like that.
But she was like never working in the book.
That's true.
Yeah. She just had like, Louboutins and a sassy assistant. But yeah, she's never working. I thought it, and we were saying how it's kind of weird how she scheduled her apartment move and her business move the same week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like you would have better insight as a business owner. Like if you're that rich and famous, like you'd have way better insight.
You have an assistant. You think she would do that?
Well,
I find it kind of hard to believe that she would like become like really successful. Like I think they said being like millionaire or something like that.
Yeah.
Like a box of accessories. I just kind of find it hard to believe because like that's her whole company. It's kind of like Owl Crate or something, but with accessories and like
jewelry instead. Yeah, who knows?
I don't know. I kind of find that hard to believe, but
also I did not like that Dylan guy. He was a scumbag.
Oh, the TV guy.
I also hate that. I hate that in books when like the guy's obviously a scumbag and they're too like dumb to realize it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, girl, you're smarter than this.
Yeah, no, I did not like him.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of him, and I don't know why she kept saying, "Oh, but I like could go out with him." Like, I don't like him, but he should be good for me. I should go out with him. It's like, but you don't even like him.
Yeah.
She
And he
literally
was,
like stated like, I feel nothing when I'm with him. Why
Yeah.
waste your freaking time?
Those are the love triangles that I hate because
I
it's
hate
so
love triangles
obvious.
in general. I've only found one book where a love triangle is good.
I like them if you can't decide who the person's going to choose.
Yes, that one. I've only read one where it's been like that. So
I've read a few if you ever want
I've
a
read
recommendation.
I have some that are good.
Yeah, but this one wasn't like that. It was 100%.
Yeah.
He was just thrown in there. We already knew who the love interest was. So it's like, it was kind of pointless for him to be there.
yeah.
And the whole TV show thing.
Yeah, why would they want to make a TV show off of
I don't even
her?
think it was really prevalent at all to put in the book.
No.
I don't think that was needed at all.
I thought it was unnecessary.
I had a prediction that maybe like Oliver would realize who she really is once the TV show got released, and like they would be talking about her childhood, and he'd be like, "Oh my god, you didn't tell me all this stuff." That's what I thought was going to happen, but but I don't feel like it was needed at all.
No, I don't think so.
Either.
Yeah, especially like you said, the conflict wasn't even involved.
Yeah.
Him even knowing.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole said that we didn't get a lot of relationship details, but we did get like trivial details, like how much her office sees outdoor light. And I do think that we got a lot of unnecessary details, like a lot about clothes and trivial material things, when I wish we had gotten more about the relationship for sure.
Me too. Sorry, I'm checking up on this project really
That's
fast.
okay. You guys keep talking. I will be right back.
Okay.
I think there's a couple more comments too. Be right back.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure I'm working, but if anyone's listening, I'm working on a project with a bunch of girls that's due tomorrow. So I'm just making sure it's up to date. Because they know that I'm busy tonight. So
yeah.
And I already did a bunch of the work pre-hand, and I have some work to do afterwards, as Kendra knows. Yeah. Cut out 1 million fake pizzas for my teaching class.
Yeah.
But let me think.
I did like Oliver though. I thought he was
Yeah, I did like him. I like how he talked about how like, yeah, I was a big shit as a kid, but like I realized like I've grown into myself more and everything. So I like how he like kind of like owned up to that at least, because most people would not. You know.
You would have thought he would be like arrogant or something, but he definitely was not at all.
Yeah.
And I like that.
We're
talking about Oliver.
I liked him until the conflict, I think.
What was the conflict again? I'm so sorry.
Like he finds out she was lying, and then she apologizes, and I just don't think it was quite. He just cut it off so fast. Like, no, like it's done. I'm over you. And then he like forgives her. I don't know. It just seemed kind of weird.
The ending was also the reason I talked about this earlier, but the ending for all 3 books is kind of like rushed. Like when they get together, like the ending's really, really rushed. Like the conflict is resolved like that, and then it's the end of the book. And like I kind of like there to be like a little bit afterward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like I just wanted more after when they finally got together. And I just found him like holding this big like grudge over her for so long. I was kind of just like, dude, you're obviously like in love with her. Get up the balls to like go talk to her.
Yeah.
Like go have an actual conversation instead of just avoiding her. Was my thing.
I agree. Yeah. I wish there was more like resolution, a little more mature conversation. Like I feel like it did wrap up really fast, and I would have liked to see them in a more of a relationship before they just jumped into living together.
Oh, like I agree.
Definitely more build up of the relationship.
Because by that point I just didn't care. I was like, okay, well, like I didn't get any relationship, and I didn't like the third person. I never connected because of that too. Like third person has to be done like really well for me to like it, and I felt like third person was not the right choice here.
Yes.
At
No,
all.
I think it would have been way better as first person. That's
Because
why
we
I
would
was
have been
like,
able to see
I
into
don't
their
even
thoughts better.
remember if we had a point of view from him. Remember, I was like, did we even have a point of view from
Because
him?
it was third
I don't even
person.
remember that.
Yeah, it was definitely hard
yeah.
to tell the difference because it would like flip flop back and forth even in a chapter,
Mm-hmm.
which was
It
weird.
would. Yeah, it would just jump around. I thought that was an odd choice. Did that exist in the whole series, Avery?
That the third person did. I feel like in the later books, there's a little bit more of the guy's perspective, at least in this one. I feel like Oliver didn't really get a lot of screen time, book time, you know what I mean, when his perspective. But in the other ones, I feel like she made sure to add a little bit more. But there's obviously more of the girls' parts in all of them than the guys' parts, which whenever I'm in a romance with two different perspectives or two different characters that are the main character, I like there to be like an even amount.
Yeah, I do too.
So
I'd agree with that.
I agree.
Yeah, I haven't decided if I'm going to continue yet.
If not, I'll just spoil it all for you.
I haven't decided yet. Like, I might, like, the covers are so cute.
The covers are cute and they're short, so I mean, it's not.
Yeah. Oh,
not
that's
big of a
one thing I loved
concept.
about it. Like what you said, it was just like such a quick, easy read. And I know a lot of people love this series so much. But yeah, I'm not sure yet.
I will say that's why I continued on, because the first two were on Libby, and then once I finished the second one, I was like, I really want to know what happens to Audrey, so I went on Audible and purchased it, but because it wasn't on Libby, because it was a new release. So they were really fast, really quick, easy reads. I think I read the second one in one day, literally, like listening to it.
Oh yeah, you could definitely do that.
Yeah, because I listen on 2x speed, so
yeah.
I think it was like 7 hours.
That's not bad at all. That's probably pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me check how long it is. It's really short.
Like 270 pages.
Yeah, I read the ebook version from the library.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to read them ebook version from the library, but I wouldn't want to purchase them myself. So if I had the option, like, and I was really in the mood for something quick and fun, but usually if I'm in the mood for something quick and fun, I usually just pick up something off of Kindle Unlimited, because a lot of romances are just a little bit quicker. Oh, what I was going to say was, what do you guys think that there was no steamy scenes in this romance? Like, how do you feel about that compared to like other contemporary romances?
So I've had this with, I think, I feel the same way I feel about this book with, I don't know if either of you or anyone has read Waiting for Tom Hanks.
Yes, I read that.
By Carrie Winfrey. That was one of our lovely ladies book club picks for a couple months ago. And like, it's just like the tension that the characters had and the way that like they described themselves and the way that I acted, I kind of like anticipated there to be a steamy scene by the way that they were acting and talking about each other in that way. That's what I expected there to be. So I was kind of like, oh, but like, I don't need there to be steamy scenes like a book at all. Like, I'm cool if they don't. It's just the way that it was written, just like with Waiting for Tom Hanks, like they were talking about stuff going on. So like, I assumed that there would be steamy scenes, but like, it kind of like, when it's written like that, it kind of like falls a little bit flat for me, because that's what I expected.
You're set up for it. Yeah. I don't mind when there isn't steamy scenes if I like love the characters. Like Christina Lauren's are all fade to black, and I love their books, but I feel so connected to the characters usually. Whereas here, because I didn't feel connected to the characters, it would have been nice to have that to maybe build up the relationship more. So I felt like, I don't know, it was like it was lacking in somewhere, and I needed it to be picked up a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like it wasn't even really fade to black, to be honest. Like they didn't even build up to like what they were doing.
That's true.
Yeah. It was just behind.
Like they were just sitting on the counter.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, I would agree with you, Kendra, that it's definitely more of a just a contemporary, not quite romance.
Is it marked as a romance, like marketed on?
Yes. I believe it is. Yeah.
Does it say it inside the book?
I'm pretty positive it's a romance. I can check. Let me see. Sorry if you can hear me typing.
Have you read anything else by this author?
No, but I just realized she has other books listed. I just looked at that.
Yes, romance. It's also labeled. It's mostly labeled as romance. It's labeled as contemporary romance, women's fiction, and adult.
I would think of it more as just a women's fiction or an adult book. Because I think it just focuses more on that's okay. The thing is, they focus way more on Naomi. Yes, there's a perspective of Oliver, but like it was more Naomi, and I don't know. I just feel like it was more about her than about them.
Right.
Yeah. And that's what you usually get in women's fiction is like more of the female's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Anyway.
I want to read the other, the 21 Wall Street series by her. It seems a little more romance based on the covers. It was not a illustrated cover. Oh, it looks like one of
a bunch of Lauren Layne books on Libby. Whoa.
Yeah, she has a lot of books. I just looked on Goodreads. There's a lot.
There's a bunch of series. Because it says this one she has the Wedding Bells series. So I'm like, what's that?
Ooh, that sounds right up Nicole's alley.
She loves wedding books.
I know.
I think that's how
this might be it.
Nicole, did you read that series by Nora Roberts that had the wedding business? Because I feel like I might have heard about that from you. And I read the whole series and I really enjoyed it. I can't remember if I heard about that from you. I feel like I did. I don't know. It's been a while. Yeah, I would read more by the author in the future.
This series is called Sex, Love, and Stiletto. There's only one on Libby, though, the first one. But
so when
I
I
Wedding Bell series.
See the new series that she's just written, the one that we're reading, I don't know what the series is called, but because it's illustrated and because it's not like the covers look very tame, I think it can be more marketed to a mass audience, maybe versus like some of her more, they look a little steamier books.
Yeah. I want to see if her other books are steamy.
Yeah.
Or if it's just a series that's more supposed to be a little more tame.
Okay, I found the Wedding Bells series. The first one is called The Cover is okay. To Have and to Hold. Ooh, I don't know if you can even see that.
Not particularly. Oh yeah, Nicole, it probably was you that I heard about it from then.
That's washed out. Okay, anyway, it's called To Have and to Hold. That's the first one.
Yeah, I haven't read anything else by her.
I might check that one out. We'll see.
I'm definitely interested in checking out more of her books.
Yeah, like I said, I wanted to read that 21 Wall Street series. Maybe. I don't know. I've heard good things about it.
Let me see if that one's on here.
I think that one's on Hoopla, if you have Hoopla.
I only have Libby and Audible Escape.
I like Hoopla. I use it occasionally. I don't use it for ebooks because you can't download them to your Kindle. You can only read them on like your phone or iPad, wherever you have the app. Unless you do the audiobooks. That's like, those are pretty
there's a
universal on there.
Novella too.
What books are you guys most excited for that are coming out like in the next couple of months?
My friend and I were actually just talking about this. My friend from high school, she sent me a picture, I think yesterday even, of all of the books that are coming out that are part of fantasy series that she loves. She goes, I'm gonna have a really hard time picking which one to read first. And it's like, I think the new Tahara Mafi book and like the new Sarah J. Maas book and then the new Cassandra Clare book, they're all coming out at the same time, I think on the same day maybe. And she's like, oh, and I'm like, I'm only interested in one of those, girl. Like, so I'm excited for the Sarah J. Maas one.
That book is a freaking brick.
Yeah.
It's massive.
But I'm not really. I'm so busy with school. I haven't physically read a book in maybe 2 months. So
I haven't physically read one in forever.
So I haven't really been keeping up to date on new releases, but yeah, I'm still behind on the Lovely Ladies book that we were supposed to read in February. I still haven't read that one yet.
What's your guys' book for February?
Tweet Cute was our February.
Oh, I did read that one in January because I was on like the blog tour. It's cute. It's a YA.
Yeah.
Contemporary, like a modern You've Got Mail. Do you like the movie You've Got Mail?
Yes, I do like them.
And you will like it. It's
Okay.
like a teenage punny version of You've Got Mail.
I'm really excited. Jen gave it 5 stars, so I'm really excited.
Yeah,
And
it's
Jen's really picky in the romance she likes, so.
It was cute. I don't think it's 5 stars, but it's cute. Yeah, it's a good one. I have a hard time rating YA because I don't normally read it. So
Gotcha.
I tried to rate it through the lens of YA. So
Oh,
I gave it a 4 for YA. But if I was to rate it among all other all other age groups, probably a little bit lower, but I gave it 4 because I was trying to just see it through the eyes of like reading a YA.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I think I'm most excited for next month. Old Fashioned by Candy Steiner comes out, the 4th book in the Becker Brothers series. So I'm really excited for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm excited for the 3rd book in Stacey Hart's Bennett Brothers series to come out next month.
Me too. The mum.
Yeah, Mum's the word. And then there's another one by Megan Quinn, is it? Yeah, Quinn? She has the next book in the Brentwood baseball series.
Oh, I saw you posted on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that one.
Oh, the Honey Goat List.
Oh, yeah, for like just a traditionally published. I'm really excited for that. An undercover romance too.
Someone read it on BookTube. They were like doing a vlog and they didn't like it.
Uh-oh.
Who was it? Who was I watching?
Their last one was a miss for me.
I'm not going into it. I'm not going into it having expectations because I read The Honeymooners like really close to release date. And I think one of my friends or a couple of my friends read it as an arc or a little bit before I got to read it, and they were complaining about it and I didn't love it. So I was like, oh no. And then I read it and I was like, what are you talking about? This is freaking fantastic. And I gave it 5 stars. So
yeah, same. I love that book.
I was shocked because I loved that book, and then I really didn't like Twice in a Blue Moon that much.
See,
and
published. That's why I haven't read that one yet. I'm like, I haven't read it yet.
No bueno.
I haven't read it yet. I haven't read it yet. I don't know if I will if no one's really liking it.
Yeah.
I still have to read a bunch of their books, though. I want to try and read all of their books. I read the first 2 books in the Beautiful Bastard series, and then most of their contemporary ones. But
I didn't read any in the Beautiful Bastard series because I was like, I'm just going to focus on their newer, like, contemporary stuff. Yeah. I had the first book, and I ended up just, like, swapping it with someone just because I was like, I don't really want to, like, start this whole series.
What is their other series? Not the Beautiful
Bastard. Sweet Filthy Boy or something?
I
need to read that one.
Book.
You don't like that? You don't like it? Okay. I'm nervous.
I don't know. I can't even remember why I didn't like it. I can't even like pinpoint what it was. I just remember I just didn't like it at all. It was like set. It was not set in the U.S. I think. Well, I want to say it was like they had a one night stand, and then they end up together, or they're trying to make it work, or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they're like living abroad somewhere. I don't remember.
Okay, because I think Gabby from Gabby Reads like loves that series. So I'm like, I think it's maybe the same book. I'm not sure. She loves a Christina's Lauren series that I haven't read yet. I think it's the orange cover.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Gabby loves that one.
So In Love and Other Words?
No, she loves
not that one.
Not that one. Sweet Filthy Boy has like the silhouette of kind of like the beautiful.
Oh, in that series. Oh, okay. I thought you just meant one of their books that was orange.
Oh no, yeah, no. I haven't read that one though. And I know I'm really excited for that one though.
Love in Other Words. Oh, that one is amazing.
I already know that one's gonna like drain me out of so I'm like, I can't read that book when I'm.
You will cry your eyes out.
Yeah, I cried like right away in the book.
Yeah,
it's so good though. The only contemporary of theirs that I didn't really like very much was Roomies.
Okay, that was my favorite book of 2018.
I didn't like that one.
I loved that one. I don't know.
It wasn't like bad. I think I still gave it like 3.5 or 4. Like I still liked it, but I didn't love it as much as like my favorite Half Night Stand, The Honeymooners, Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating. I liked those ones more.
Yeah, I did not really enjoy my favorite Half Night Stand. That wasn't my favorite. I think I gave it 3 stars.
Yeah, I liked that one.
I think that one was released after Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating, and I loved Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating so much that my favorite Half Night Stand was kind of similar, and to where I'm like, they was kind of reused in some of the character
Friends to Lovers too.
and some of the plot, and so I'm like, I don't know, it's kind of felt reused to me, so I didn't love it as much. So
yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I had a couple issues with like roomies, like with the fact that we didn't really see the guy's perspective much, and I liked him so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't like the main character like a whole lot, but the premise was so cute. I love like fake engagement, fake marriage type of fake dating. Like I love that trope. So the trope is like one of my favorites. I like definitely one of my faves to read because it's obviously something I would never be a part of. It's funny when people are like, "Oh, I don't like this trope because it's something I would never do." Well, I also would never do like date my friend. Like, but I love friends to lovers books. I'd also never date my enemy, but I love enemies to lovers.
Yeah, same.
So it's always funny when people are like, "Oh, I don't like that because I wouldn't want that in a relationship," but I do suspend reality because that's not me.
Yeah.
And like it's another couple. Like, no, I wouldn't do that or something, have an office place romance, but like they're great to read about.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with you.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Looks like Chloe really liked In Love. In other words, she said she cried in it as well.
Oh,
and she's really excited for In 5 Years. Forget the author of that one, but I've seen the cover everywhere.
I think that one's on my Goodreads. Yeah.
Rebecca.
I have a list of books I need to that come out this year.
Nicole is really excited for Old Fashioned and Ritual, book by Candy Steiner, and Home Before Dark by Riley Saber. I'm really excited for that too. And she's excited for 28 Summers by Ellen Hildebrand, which I'm also excited for. Nicole and I buddy read Summer of 69 last year, and it was so good.
See, we can read that next month.
I guess I'm really different with y'all's book taste because I not do mystery thrillers like at all. I am
scaredy cat.
Biggest scaredy cat in the entire world. Like literally, I'll like Shark Week will come up like on TV and I'll have a nightmare. Like literally. No, I'm not good with anything scary at all. Cause then like also if it's like a realistic mystery thriller, then I start like catastrophizing about it happening in my own life. I'm like, I don't want to do that to my brain. But I bet they're all really good. It's just I know it's probably not the safest thing for me to read personally.
Do you like romantic suspense? I know some people really like romantic.
See, that's a genre I've yet to get into.
I haven't really read much. I'm not always a fan when they add like mystery elements into romances. Yes. Like if it's not done well, like then it's not fleshed out. Yeah.
I have a big issue about that. There was I think it's like I love K.A. Tucker, but I think it's called Until It Fades. I think that had a mystery aspect to it a little bit. That's why I gave that one like 3 stars.
I read that one. I liked that one, but I didn't love it as much as some of her other books.
Yeah. I think if a romance like adds a mystery element to it, like if there's someone like out to kill the main character or something like that in like the romance, like it's very obvious who the killer is.
Oh, it's always so obvious.
Oh yeah, those are way obvious.
The biggest one is I think it's called Not Until It Fades. I just said that. Something by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Let me search it up. But that one, like, I do not recommend that one.
Well,
isn't it literally page 1?
Who it has like death in the title. Right?
Yes. Yeah. I read that one because I love Jennifer L. Armentrout. I think her books are either hit or entire miss for me.
I've only read that Alien series.
I haven't read those ones yet.
They're pretty good.
I have to look into those because I love aliens. So
yeah.
One of my favorite books she's written, Wait for You, which was my favorite book of last year. I loved that one.
Layne, right?
I'm sorry?
It's that author's like pen name, right?
Just Layne is her pen name. Yeah. And then The Problem with Forever, which is kind of like a young adult. Oh my God, I freaking love that book so much. That's one about a girl who is mute. And she goes to a new school. No, she goes to a school for the first time because she's been homeschooled.
Wait, I read that.
And she comes in contact with her old foster brother, and it's their romance.
That book is good.
It's so
Is
good.
it also by her?
It's a YA.
I think it's like new adult YA just because it does have
Yeah.
elements to it. So that's why I want to categorize it as young adult.
I don't mind some YA. I prefer YA that is written by like people who usually write adult.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've said this literally on live show before. Looks like Beth says she likes mystery thrillers more than romance. Faith says she loves domestic thrillers. And Chloe said she's read 2 Nora Roberts that are romantic suspense, and they were weird.
I've yet to read any Nora Roberts. Oh, that book is called Until Death. I do not recommend this book. I'm sorry. I don't. Especially y'all like mystery thriller lovers. Do not read this book. Sorry.
It sucks.
I think I got it off of Book Outlet for like $2 or something.
What is everyone currently reading? I'm curious what all like their watchers are reading, and what are you guys reading?
I am reading the Bromance Book Club.
Oh, I need to read that so badly. I want to read that so bad.
It's really good so far.
Yay, I'm glad you're liking it. I loved that book.
I'm reading the 4th book in the Pucked series by Helena Hunting. Pucked Forever. That's have y'all read Pucked?
I read the first one.
The first one. So the 4th one is about them again, Alex and
I didn't know it even cycled couples.
The second, I didn't really like the second book. The 3rd book was okay. I don't know. I haven't been loving these books, but they're really addictive. So, and plus they're kind of like books I can listen to very easily when I'm so busy that like listening to a companion series is really good for me because then I won't have to put a lot of energy into listening to them.
Right.
I don't necessarily love them, but I'm very entertained by them. So
Beth is reading The Grace Year. Like I can perfectly picture that cover, but I have no idea what it's about. And Nicole is reading The Scent Keeper. Faith is reading More Than Friends by Barbara Delinsky.
Mm-hmm.
Chloe is reading Anne of Avonlea and a nonfiction called Do Chocolate Lovers Have Sweeter Babies? Surprise me.
The title.
And Gayleen is reading The Sundown Motel, which is an amazing book.
I have not heard of any of those books.
The Sundown Motel is really good. I think you should steer clear of it. It's a ghost story.
Yeah. And I heard it's creepy too, so yeah.
I don't do creepy. I don't do scary.
It's really, really good. I loved that book. I read it October. Read it in October.
What are you reading?
I'm reading an arc of The Guy in the Middle by Kate Stewart.
Ooh. I want to read that series really badly.
Yeah, it's really good. I loved the first book. The second one, I didn't love. I don't know if you can see my phone, but it's this book right. Well,
oh, I see that you have Long Shot downloaded.
I do. It's free.
Good. You need to read it.
Yeah, this is The Guy in the Middle right there. Okay. The one in the middle. And it's pretty good so far. I'm only like 25-ish% in, I think. And I'm really enjoying it. It started enemies to lovers, like really, the enemies was very short-lived, but like it just built so much tension between the two characters. She's a dancer and he is a football player in college. And they turns out that the girl's father is his coach.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he finds out that she's having a sexual relationship with one of the players, but he doesn't know who. And so they're keeping their, relationship on the DL.
Yeah, I definitely want to read that series.
Yeah, the second series I didn't really like. The second book I was like really disappointed by.
That's what I'm nervous about.
The first one was amazing, but a lot of people loved the second one. I just had a lot of issues with people who keep their children away from the father.
Yeah,
and don't tell people that they had a child.
That's what I talked about this, I think, in my Wild at Heart reading vlog, how which just has nothing to do with Wild at Heart. It was one of my predictions. But like my big pet peeve of mine is like there being conflict surrounding
babies.
Yeah, surrounding a kid, surrounding a baby. I can't stand conflict surrounding that. So that's a pet peeve of mine. So that's why I'm nervous to read that series. So
yeah, the first book was amazing. You could definitely just read it as a standalone. The second book was like pretty decent, but like I said, issues. And the third one so far, I've loved it a lot. So I'm hoping I love it just as much as the first book. And I've heard, like I was saying earlier, it wraps up. I've heard it like wraps up really well with all the other couples. So I don't know. I just feel like I'm going to love it. But I also just got an arc off of NetGalley, which is a book I was really already excited for. And that one is Dear Enemy by Kristen Callahan. It's this one right here.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
I tried reading. What is that one football book that she wrote that was super popular?
Oh, I don't know the title, but I know
I
exactly what
started
you're talking
reading it,
about.
and I DNF'd it.
I read a Rockstar Romance by her, and it was actually pretty good. And I'm not big on Rockstar romances.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a couple like books recently, like on sale. I got Get a Life, Chloe Brown was on sale.
Oh, I'm gonna read that here soon.
oh my gosh, please!
I'm reading it for a video.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
I love it so much. Like,
it's going to be a series, right?
Yeah.
I can't wait for the next book to come out. I just forgot the next book comes out soon.
You must be excited then.
I love that book literally so much. I just connected with Chloe because Chloe has a chronic illness and I do too. And like I just connected with how I feel about my body and what happens to my body with her. Like crying because I finally read a book where like someone's talking about chronic illness. Like I love Chloe. She's so stinking funny.
I really want to read it. I've heard really good things. I read another book by Talia Hibbert. That was pretty good though.
I read one previous. I think it was A Girl Like Her.
I read Mary Inkmas.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I remember like Chelsea Dowling Reed like mentioned it.
Oh yeah.
A long time ago, and I got it for like 99 cents or something, and I read it. Looks like Nicole just got Get a Life, Chloe Brown from Book of the Month.
Sweet.
I'm so excited people are starting to read this book. I'm so excited. I love it a lot.
Have you read any of my like disability rep books that I recommended to you yet?
I talked about it, I think in my January wrap up. Is it called On the Way to You?
Yes. Yes. And you said there was a couple things you didn't like, but you liked it, right?
Oh no, I really enjoyed it. The only thing I didn't like was a lying aspect. That's a big pet.
Yes, I remember you had told me that was like something you didn't like, but that's like I think her most underrated book because no one ever talks about it. So if anyone ever asks for a recommendation by her, I always recommend that one because most people recommend like her newer stuff. In my opinion, I think like people usually recommend the Becker Brothers series because it's her newest and it's like small town romance. But this one, I just hear no one talk about it, and it's like one of my favorite standalones by her for sure.
I need to read that.
It's so really good. It's on Audible Escape.
Did you read the other one I recommended too, The Baking Me Crazy? By Carla Sorensen?
I don't think so.
Well, if you get KU back, that one is on KU, I believe.
I had to cancel my KU subscription because of college.
Yeah.
Money.
That's okay. But if you get it back, you could read it.
I love it. Yeah, no, I love Kindle Unlimited. So like once I think the summer hits, I'll get it back up because then I'll be working over the summer. So
yeah, it's a good time to get it back. And sometimes they have deals that come out.
Yeah,
like
3 months for super cheap or whatever.
Yeah,
I know. I wish I'd ever taken advantage of those, but I never have. So I've been paying $9.99 every month. Oh well.
I think I also want to. I think Ashley from Ash Art Books has this where instead of just having Audible, she only has Audible Escape, which I think I might just do that because I never use my credits because I just do Audible Escape. I kind of just want to do Audible Escape, so I have to figure out how to do that. So because Audible Escape is how I listen to everything. If it's not on Libby, I check Libby first, but
I think it's cheaper to do Kindle Unlimited plus Audible Escape rather than Audible plus Audible Escape because the base package of Audible is more expensive than Kindle Unlimited.
Yeah, I have to look into that. I'll get time when it's spring break in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, it's 2 weeks already. Spring break. Wow.
Spring break is actually after the end of this week. Today's Wednesday, so at the end of this week, Friday is exactly 1 week till spring break.
Oh, that's nice.
So
Yeah, that's
I'm
nice.
just gonna be doing homework during the whole spring break. I'm not kidding.
Oh, that sucks. No one could pay me to go back to college.
Oh no, I don't want to go back to college. I'm in college.
I hated college. I mean, I graduated everything, but like, I'm not going back.
I don't want to go back, but I feel like I need to go back to get my master's.
Oh, I will never get my master's. Nope. Once I get my bachelor's, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Bye.
You don't need your master's to be a teacher,
No, you can just get a bachelor's.
and then you get your credential after. Here
Here,
in California, like because it's so competitive, you have to have a master's too.
That's the same in Ohio too.
Whoa.
Yeah, you can't just have a bachelor's and
Yeah.
get a teaching. You can't teach anywhere with just a bachelor's and a credential.
Dang, I think but Texas is just huge. So we're in need of teachers in some places. Like that, so
That's good.
Yeah, but it's good. Looks like Chloe loved college. You're in the minority here, Chloe.
dude, I do not want to be here. Come pick me up. I do not want to be here, please.
I had my I liked college in a way. Yeah. I mean, I didn't like the schoolwork per se.
I think my college was listed on a list of like the top 5 most stressful colleges in the US.
Oh
God.
I went, so I saw that list come out after I graduated, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" This whole time.
Oof. See, I went from college was fine at my old school, at my old college, but the reason why I transferred is because I literally had no friends because that school is kind of like a party school and I'm not a party person, so I didn't really have I didn't have any friends. So I transferred here, but this school is very, very, very rigorous in their academic competitiveness. So like for the first time ever in my entire life, I failed a test.
Oh,
like first time ever.
It happens.
Luckily, one of his tests gets dropped, but I'm so pissed. He literally told our class, he goes, I make my tests hard because if I made them easy, no one would learn anything. And like he purposefully tricked you on the test. Like I felt confident going into this test. All of my friends failed it. Everyone sitting around me failed it. So
Oh man.
That's how it was at my the school I ended up graduating at, because I transferred like 3/4 of the way through, and then I transferred to another school, and they said that, oh, we're here to fail you. I said, oh, that's cool. Sweet.
God. I had professors in college at my school that said they will not answer your questions. They will only answer your questions with a question.
What?
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
So like they want to like make you think and won't answer your question. I was like, well, that's great. We had a lot of teachers who English weren't their first language. And so it was very hard to learn because we had a lot of international students too.
Yeah.
At my school. Looks like a lot of people, they said masters is no fun.
I do not want to get my master's.
I mean, my company will pay for it, so it's like,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And I can do like the one class a quarter track thing too. So
Like
I
what
don't
my
know.
husband is doing. Yeah.
I don't know what I want to do.
That's cool. Like if your job pays for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main thing of why I wouldn't go back is because it's so expensive.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't go back if I had to pay for it. Heck no.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm not the one paying for my education. My parents are, which.
Then adding that on top of it'd be a lot.
Yeah.
The Air Force pays for my husband to go to school, so that's nice.
Ooh, I wish.
Yeah.
I literally applied to like 40 scholarships and got none. And like I had really good grades in high school, so I'm like, I don't know. I feel like the system is rigged sometimes with scholarships. So.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
Well, I think we talked about everything with the book and then some. Because we've been on here for almost an hour. My food's about to be ready in like 10 minutes.
Do we want to announce the next book?
Oh, yeah, and our next guest host. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have it, so you show it.
Yeah. So our next book for March is this one, Mine Till Midnight by Elisa Kleypas. I don't even know what series this is.
It's the first in a series, so if you haven't read this series, don't worry, it's the first book. we all haven't read the series
I don't
either.
know what series it is. I don't know. I've never read historical romance before, so it should be interesting.
I'm excited. I think I'm gonna look and see if it's on Libby. So
Yeah.
It probably is. I mean, it's an older title. I think
Yeah.
it's at least 10 years old.
yeah.
And
said
our
midnight?
guest host is going to be Melissa from She is an Open Book, if you guys follow her.
Yep.
And she likes historical romance, I think. So yeah, hopefully we all like it. It'll be Kendra's first historical romance and my second. I've only read one Tessa Dare.
Whoa.
So I really liked the
Whoa.
one I read.
Which one did you read?
The first one in her new series.
Yes, the fourth one comes out this year, and I'm so excited.
I want to read the rest of the series. I just haven't gotten around
so
to
good.
it.
It's so good.
I really liked the first one. The Duchess Deal, I think it was called.
Yes, it just keeps getting better, by the way.
I have that book. I just recently got it.
Really good. Yes,
yeah.
Chloe, it is Mine Till Midnight, not Until. It's Mine Till Midnight.
Oh, yeah, Mine Till.
T-I-L-L. Has two L's for some reason.
Oh, it's
like
not Libby.
Like a money till. Maybe it's at your local library.
Like at the library. Like you have to go there.
I haven't. I don't go anywhere.
Well, it might be at your local library.
Oh, my local library is in Houston.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Maybe your school library.
Maybe I'll look into that, but
Sounds
Libby's hooked up to my library in Houston, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could also probably get a library card where you currently are and get double Libby because you can add as many library cards on there as you want.
Oh, that is
and maybe your local place, boom, has it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
My library has pretty much every book. Right, Shelby?
Yes. Yes. Kendra's library has everything.
I wish.
She has all these indie books on her library.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. I'm jealous. Yeah. Looks like Chloe's library only has the large print. Is this an old lady book? What you trying to say about us, Chloe?
That works.
Yes, probably is an old lady book. I don't care.
The cover looks pretty though, so.
It is a pretty cover. I really like the cover. So
yeah,
I'm excited to read it. I don't even want to know what it's about. I'm just going to go in blind and enjoy it.
All I know is it's an arranged marriage. That's it.
That's great. I just said I like that trope. So
everything else in the back of the book, I have no idea what the heck it's even talking about because I don't read historical.
There's like a Regency romance. You're like, okay.
I'm gonna hopefully I won't be busy, but I want to tune in and hear what y'all think of it because it'll be like a new thing for y'all. Except you've already read one of them, Shelby, but
yeah. Well, it is pretty new for me. It's been almost a year since I've read it. I read it for Smutathon last June, so it's been almost a year.
Okay,
yeah, it's been a while. But awesome, we're really excited, and we're so happy that you joined us, Avery.
Well, thank you for
so much fun.
I had fun too. Thank y'all so much for
Well, we will see you guys all next month. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, we always love having our same people that are here and just our friends. So always have a good time.
Yep.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.